Good morning. It's early-ish. What time is it? It's 9. I've done a couple of things, but I am aiming for 8,000 steps a day. So I would like to bring you in my walk around the property, and I'll show you around, and then I can use this video to compare the status of the different plants and provide you with comparison takes. In this way you can actually see the progress. So let's start. I like to check out things around the garden and check the waters, make note of the need of cleaning. I'm gonna bring this guy with me. I'm kicking it so that it doesn't, if it has something, we don't bring it with us. Gotta be careful, because you never know. So I found these Sylvester wildflowers, I guess is the best word. I have not checked what they are. Oop. But I will be doing that shortly. Here we have a hydrangea that she is alive, but she's making extra sure that the weather is good for her to wake up, and I am here waiting for her. To make sure that the feeders are full. When you have feeders, it's better to hide them so that birds that eat other birds, like raptors, don't see the small birds and snatch them, and the circle of life. Here I'm gonna put a fountain coming soon. These are moms, and they're flowering. I am tempted to leave them and see, just to see, have the experience of what happens and whatnot. This beauty, I love her so much. So we're getting close to the location, to discard this, and there we go. Making a little pile there so that we can burn. Ooh, I found these. These are wild onions, and they're in this path, which is going to be one of the entrance to the woods. Our lot is a little bit weird. This side, the neighbor is like really close to us, but their house is like super far away, so it kind of makes sense that the space, like that illusion that we have a lot of land was just made by coincidence. I don't know if you can see a pink ribbon there and there's something orange around this area, something pink. That is the property of that house in there. This one over here, we do not know where it ends, but I know that we do not have access to the creek. But we're still trying to figure things out. I don't know if you guys noticed that there were two birds eating here just now. This hydrangea was one that we purchased this spring. So we have the purple there. Here, this pink will take the space, and you will be able to see it from the front of the house as well as the porch. And this here, this is the kitchen, and this is that little nook to have like breakfast or quick bites. This is what we're working with. My mom made a beautiful garden for me in 2024, I think it was, and this is what's left. I couldn't take care of it because I was too sick to be able to take care of it, but she's been so graceful, and she has not taken personally the fact that I was not able to take care of it, but it's gonna look super, super pretty, and we'll make something happen that will leave a mark, or leave the mark that she was wanting to leave, if that makes sense. So we're at the front of the house now. I am using the plants that we have. Like, for instance, this plant is super cute. This is wild. I have to pay for that, so I am going to use it. And the same with everything that you see here. I am going to remove the ones that I don't want, and I am going to keep the ones that I want to keep. And it's been very interesting because, for instance, here we have like a little muddy area for the different insects that need it, frogs or whatever. Then here we have a little bit of plants, and we I don't have to do much to this. Thankfully, that has been very nice, and I honestly cannot complain about the areas. Like, it feels like it basically takes care of itself. I know it sounds odd, but I promise it's the weirdest thing. So I'm basically at the end of the property, and that's the house over there. Um, I have plans. I guess you can imagine how many plans I have, and how much I want my imagination to run and do different things and invent. I imagine that you have an idea of what I would like to do. In this area, I would like to make a path through here. Sometimes the best way of getting a path started is to walk through the path and start clearing things out, move things around, and get comfortable with your area. The logs provide character. They don't need to be removed completely. So, like, again, you work with what you have, and you do what you need to do to make it yours. But I absolutely love this area. I love how it looks, and I am going to show you one of the parts of the house that I feel like needs the most work, which is here. But again, slowly and surely we'll be able to make it work and have the plants work for us. And I love getting close and personal with the wildflowers and just look at them, and the plants that are here. Like I said, use what you have. Not everything needs to be purchased. There is, I don't know if I am mistaken here, but I see so many things that I find pretty that could provide a good base for whatever it is that you want to create. I love having the opportunity to work with these things and being blessed with this beautiful home. Here I would like to put something for us to sit and watch the sunset. This house has the most beautiful sunsets in this area. It's amazing. The colors are just stunning, and I love it. So I would like to do that and have that part of our home just for that, for silence, for stillness, to be able to enjoy the gifts that God has given us, because this is His. This is not ours. This is not something that we purchased. We worked for it, yeah. We worked really hard. We had to make a bunch of sacrifices, but at the end of the day, when we go, this stays, and we take what we did with it. How grateful we were, and that's what's important in creating your oasis in your home. That's key, to what we need to be doing and how we need to be caring for the blessings that God gave us. So here in this area, this line here is the end. This area here is supposed to be part of the creek. The developer was supposed to fix it, and they left this. And your girl's gonna try to work with it and do the best, but it's been tough. So the story about this lot. This lot was supposed to have a house in this area, and we were going to have a neighbor. So our neighbor was going to be in this area, and our house is there, which gives us a nice buffer between the neighbor and us. But these houses have septic tanks, and obviously these tanks have to be in a lot that percolates well, and unfortunately this does not percolate well and is very wet, and therefore we do not have neighbors all the way over here. This is just wild. Our house is over there, and you continue walking. I find this just amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. You continue walking, and look at that, so pretty. And over here is where the neighbor is. So if we look back to the house over here, we have 1, 2, 3 with the blue one. Four with the cream one, and I don't know if you can see the 5th, which has the white truck over there. We have 5 houses of basically empty space and our house. And again, these are blessings. And you have to count your blessings. You have to be humble and meek and view all of this as God letting you know that you are his or her daughter, son. We are his people, and we need to be conscious about this and glow. Allow the experience of joy to happen in your heart, to so that you can feel the joy of experiencing him, his blessings, his grace, his love, his desire for you to be happy. Because there's something very important here, is that every single day you choose to have a good day, or you choose to be positive. You have these choices. This is something that you do. No one else does it. You are responsible to choose positivity, to choose happiness, to choose joy. This is something that you actively, for you and for your soul, for the different versions of yourself that are healing at this moment because of different experiences that you may have. That is the idea here. That is what that is what I invite you to seek every single day. Count your blessings and keep going. Stay strong and have a beautiful day.